Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
We trying to do the podcast. Is it on? No. My name is X, and this is
Oh, we was
Lonzo.
rapping?
No.
I didn't even notice.
It don't even matter. IDA Podcast. What's good with y'all?
Episode 3.
Episode 3. Thank you for tuning back in. The support is always, it's very appreciated as Lonzo tries to get the sound right.
I'm sorry, we having some technical difficulty.
Ain't no technical
It's
difficulty.
a technical difficulty.
But I'm glad
Alright.
y'all tuned back in. We've slowly, well, not slowly, it's been pretty nice how the stuff we post, and we're just noticing that we're getting more and more support more quickly.
Yeah.
Very appreciate it. So what's been good with you, bro?
What's been good with
I
me?
know you went to work today. You don't like that job.
Shit was ass.
You always be complaining about your job.
Bro, alright, and this is what I have to say about work. I'm saying it again. It's cool. I get paid. The people there are cool, but I don't like what I'm doing.
What's that about?
I don't like what I'm doing. It's just bottom line. I don't like making pizza. It's not fun. It's not productive. It's not fulfilling.
Yeah.
That's my job in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And I didn't eat before I went in there, so I just had a headache the whole time.
Hungry, angry, hangry.
Literally, bruh. So, yeah, that's work.
Tough one. I was at the crib playing the game. Y'all got the AX50 Gold, man? Because this, I don't know, man. It's a Weezer.
A Weezer. What's a Weezer?
It's a dill pickle.
What the fuck is the deal? Describe it.
You know what a dill pickle is.
No, I'm talking about why the fuck is the gun a Weezer or a dill pickle?
Y'all like French toast sticks?
So you just gonna ignore the question?
Oh, it's difficult, bro. It's like, bro, everything else,
This nigga fat as hell.
bro, everything else for the camos was pretty easy for the most part, bro. One shot kills, headshots, all that easy. Long shots, it's a sniper. Double kills though, in plunder, what? I'll be here all day.
I'm weak. Like a fucking. Just wait till Rumble comes back, or I don't know. I don't play that fucking game. Hold up, bro. I don't know if you watch Big Mouth, but season 4 of Big Mouth came out, and the shit's pretty buns. I'm not gonna lie. The shit's pretty buns. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
I watch anime out there. That's something.
Big Mouth ain't an anime. It's just a cartoon.
Technically anime though.
No, just because it's animated doesn't make it anime.
Right? So, like I always do, and like I always say, continue a conversation we had off the podcast.
What conversation did we have off the podcast?
Call of Duty.
Oh, no, I got another one.
So,
Do girls be living on easy mode?
what is that? What does that mean?
Matter.
So right, I threw the French toast sticks in the oven. They supposed to be crispy on the outside and soft in the middle. That's how I like it, which it was for breakfast. It was fire.
Right.
We had nothing really to eat, so I threw them in the oven. Didn't really pay attention for the first 4 minutes, and then you flip them over, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't paying attention. Flipped them over. There was a little, crisp on one side, but I flipped them over nonetheless. Went back upstairs. Bonnie was using the bathroom. Came out. I'm like, go downstairs and take them out. He playing. Oh, hey, what do I get in this exchange? Hey, big fella. Like, take them out the oven. Long story short, I go down there. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but
They can definitely hear.
that's a stiff French toast
my
stick,
God,
man.
That's funny as
So
hell,
back to what we
bro.
was talking about. What's easy mode?
So
Define easy mode.
So easy mode would, in this situation that we were talking about, because we were talking about this with a mutual friend of ours, we was talking about specifically the ability to find quote unquote partners or relationships or people that you want to do things with or have moments with, stuff like that. And she said finding people with genuine interest is not, and that's understandable. But there's a part of me that still thinks that for the other stuff, for the simpler stuff that may be something as little as like a sexual desire, it's that easy to find somebody that you actually think is good looking too.
Yeah.
So
I can agree with you though. I mean, to a certain extent, of course they're living in easy mode. I know, not me. There's certain dudes that don't care what a female looks like to do anything with her. That's just easy as possible.
that is.
Dude, you gotta be tall, handsome, know how to talk, got priorities, got goals, got ambition, got some money, can dress.
You sound like you complaining about this. Why do you expect all this shit?
Shoe game. And there's just double standards, man. Some that need to exist, some that are just trash. So, of course, to a certain extent, of course, they live like on easy mode in that aspect. But also, you know, it kind of sucks. What if everyone just wanted something from you and didn't want to know who you truly were? That kind of is draining at some point. It kind of sucks.
And you don't know, like, who it is that wants that. Or, like, yeah, sometimes you can't tell.
Yeah.
Just because, wow, I think...
It's like being blind with bad hearing. Yeah. Your life sucks.
I'm weak.
Punch you in your face. Yo! You go swing, somebody punching you from the other side. It's just like,
Other sense.
tough.
But, I think that it's a weird thing. Like, and I know that not everybody is able to read people well. Even though I feel like I'm good at reading people, I've had my moments where I lapse. So I'm sure that there are other people who may not be that good at reading people who end up wanting something genuine but get taken advantage of. There's people out there who take advantage or have, you know.
Right.
And, you know, so stuff like that happens. And while it's easy mode, I guess, finding a person to interact with, it's not easy mode sustaining that and it actually being something that you want.
Yeah. So, like I always tell them, I told her toolbox.
What?
It's hammer time. In the words of Lil Wayne.
Shit was buns.
Anyway. Something we didn't touch on last podcast as it pertains to the NBA. The Nets.
Oh, yeah, the Nets.
That's a very scary team.
If completely healthy, they can definitely go for a first seed.
That's a scary team that you don't want to run across.
Definitely go for a first seed. Yeah. Honestly, you know how I was like, I don't doubt Steph Curry. I don't doubt KD. Mm-hmm. That's the way I feel. I don't doubt KD. Like, KD is somebody who, don't get me wrong, because that Thunder team like was not bad, but he still took a team without Russell Westbrook to the second seed in one of the most stacked Western conferences that we've ever seen. So I don't doubt Kevin Durant at all.
Kyrie, y'all know about Kyrie. If you don't, you need to know. You need to get know.
And Kyrie does what Kyrie does. So.
Yeah, he can get where he wants on the court. He can do a little bit of everything. Kyrie, great.
Shit. You know what I don't keep up with? Football. But I know one thing. My team is winning. Somehow, some way. The Dolphins is winning.
I don't like people like you. And I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, my God. Here we go. Go ahead.
I don't like this word. I don't like anime. I don't like... Well, this is not you. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This the type of person. I don't like anime. Oh, I don't like this like that. I don't like this, but I do like this in it. Like, I don't watch Naruto, but I do love Sasuke. Like, how?
Bro,
I don't watch football, but I do love the Patriots.
No,
like,
so...
corny.
But that's something that comes from at one point being invested in a team or your family being invested in that team and you picking it up when you were into that shit. Yeah. So now I'm not, but that doesn't mean my loyalty to my quote-unquote team changes. Like, nah. You know, it's in a weird way. It's like loving a cousin from a distance or something. That's my best way of putting it.
Football is actually really good this year. My Giants are doing well. Second in the division. We need the Redskins to lose to, I believe.
You mean the Washingtons?
Oh man, the Washington
football team, bro.
To lose to the Seahawks. So we can take first into the division. And we need to beat the Browns.
The Browns. The Browns coach is terrible though.
Well, they're doing well this year.
They are.
Yeah.
That's talent though. That's not. I don't see the Browns.
You just don't like their coach. That's what
Yeah,
you
because
sound
their
like.
coach has been that bad for so fucking long that them winning one game was like them winning a Super Bowl. Like that. So yeah. You know what? Do you even care about the Freshman XXL list anymore? Like any bit?
No, not at all.
Yeah, no. I think after 2017 is when I stopped caring. That was the list with Kyle and A Boogie. And after that, I stopped caring. I came back briefly because around the time where Lil Baby and Cordae was on there, I was fans. I said Lil Baby. When Dub Baby and Cordae was on there, I was fans of both. And but we're not gonna talk about the Baby no more. I don't want to trash on him. He just lost his brother and stuff.
I really didn't. I never really cared for the XXL ciphers or freestyles. I never really liked anybody besides the G Herbo and Dave East one. Just never been one that I'm just like,
when
yo,
my mother's mom fell, I had to pick Grams up.
Yeah.
I heard that shit. I was in like the 6th grade. I heard that and I was like, nah, bro. Yeah. I started walking around the room. I started writing down rhymes myself. But yeah, I think I like the ciphers. Well, I did. Now
they be good.
Now I'm about to say now they're not good, but I think like they had the talent that would come out with crazy ciphers, like the one with Joey. The one with like Joey Badass and Travis Scott and Absol, fire to me. Or like, not the one with Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q was the only one who actually did anything good on that. But, or the one with Logic and fucking Dizzy Wright and them. Like, that was cool. The 2016, the infamous, not infamous because it's not remembered badly, but the really big one, the one that had Uzi and 21 and Lil Yachty and Denzel Curry. It's cool. It's enjoyable. That's what I give it. I never say it's good because in my opinion it's not. But I'll listen to it. I'll turn up for it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2017 only had one good cipher, and that was the year I was most invested.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've never been that big of a fan of the XXL ciphers or freestyles.
What I will say though is that just as somebody who is as disconnected from mainstream music as I feel like I can be at times, it does help introduce me to certain people that I like. Yeah. Like the last list, Chica, I've listened to her album. I can't speak. That album was harder than a bitch to me. I think it had a really nice sound. I think she was really spitting
Chance.
Shit. Yeah.
Hey, Chance, the rapper called. He wants his style
Yeah, the
back.
difference is Chance the Rapper's been making ass music for 2 years though.
Poop.
That's fine.
I'm bored.
Nigga, you heard 2 songs.
He's poop. She's not.
I think she's good.
I'm
not gonna sit here and act like she's a good writer, but
I think Donald Trump Vine was her most best fucking anything she's ever done.
I didn't even know that shit existed.
She put it as the intro of that song. Like,
yeah, I know, but still.
Barack Obama.
Is that some kind of sauce?
That's some kind of sauce.
Yeah, I had no idea that shit existed. But hey, either way, I like her music. And Chance the Rapper's last album was fucking terrible.
Ooh, Chance did it better than she could ever do it. Ooh.
You right. The thing is, though, Chance's last album fucking sucked.
Ooh, boo on Chica.
Ion Bauer like Super Bowl trainer.
Have an original sound, Chica. Have an original sound.
Nah, I don't. Ooh. If it's original, it doesn't matter that much as long as the shit's good. As long as you do the sound justice. All right, my nigga, next. You getting annoying. Next.
Fuck you.
Nigga, you sat here and said boo the whole fucking time.
Because it's trash. It's not interesting. Niggas. She sounds like Chance the Rapper. Next.
No, how?
She sounds like Chance
Draw the comparison in the way that they rap.
Her sound, the gospel sound, her trying to talk about inspirational. We need to stop the violence. We need to stop the violence.
When did she say that? She was talking about personal shit. She never said nothing about. Nah, nigga, you just wasn't listening.
She's annoying. I don't want to hear it.
What the fuck is Chance now? A parody of his former self.
Nigga, Chance did it.
and sucks now.
Okay, I'm not arguing for Chance now.
No, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying like based on his last shit.
A sound that Chance pioneered.
He took that shit and ran it into the dirt.
Why are you focusing on that? I'm not even focusing on that. I don't care about.
Nigga, you said boo the whole fucking time. What are you focusing on?
I'm focusing on the original sound that Chance came out with. That was pioneered by him, which is Coloring Book, my G.
And fair enough, that sound, I'm not gonna say it's completely original,
this nigga keep on dunking. But you hear that new shit though. That's not
man, if you don't let me fucking finish. But it was something revolutionary. It was something at the time fresh, and it was good. It's just he ran that shit into the dirt. She picked it up,
what are you talking
and I think that she did a good job with it. That's all I gotta say. That's what I'm saying. You think it's not original?
Get a new style.
Nah.
All the niggas you like sound like a nigga that they like. Boo.
That's no problem though, if you ask me.
It's a problem.
They take elements from other shit and turn it into their own shit.
It's not original to me. Sorry, doesn't get a pass. Boo.
No, all right, my nigga. Keep
she could suck. Like, I'm not gonna go that far. She could suck. I like that song you played for me actually. With the Barack Obama, is that a sauce?
Yeah.
But as far as I find some new people off the XXL list. And some people that don't deserve to be on. I just had a dream with your girlfriend.
That nigga Cap G. Well, hold up. Who else was supposed to be on it that year? Cap
Famous
G.
Dex Ben.
I was about to say, well, Famous Dex ain't making
6ix9ine was supposed to be on there. Like they just snubbed. And
they do that
stuff.
shit for because they think that they're controversial figures. That's the reason that they wasn't on there.
You would get more press. Good press and bad press is essentially the same thing.
Not really.
Realistic.
I
Yes,
wouldn't
it
say that.
is. It's attention, bro.
It gives you buzz, but certain negative attention can cause the extent of what you can do to just be minimized.
I disagree, bro. It's more petty than real life.
Look at 6ix9ine.
I would agree if it was like more of a personal thing, if it was like a small town thing. But this is XXL. Positive and negative is the same thing. You're getting the same attention and you're bringing people to your platform. People like the negative and ignorant stuff. Don't you think they like seeing the 6ix9ine stuff? It's entertaining.
No, I'm not saying that they should have kept them off because of that. I'm just saying they thought that they were fucking. But I'm just. When you was like, what you basically said was any publicity is good publicity, and I disagree. Just on a level of a specific person, I disagree. But if we talking about XXL, then sure, because them niggas need that shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
They about to be like World Star in a couple years. Watch.
I disagree.
Man.
XXL World Star?
Yeah.
Bro, what parallel are you bringing?
As time goes on, less and less people care. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like they're gonna be the new world. Star.
No. But what I'm saying is, besides the freshman videos, XXL has nothing else going for them, and that freshman shit is about to dry up.
And we're getting less and less excited for those freshmen.
Yeah, and as people are realizing how rigged that shit is and how non-important that shit is, then they stop participating in it. Look at Gunna. Gunna pulled up to the photo shoot dressed in all orange and then didn't do shit. He just went there for a photo shoot and left. Like,
question: why do y'all care so much about like XXL and award shows and why do y'all care?
I don't trust them fucking. I don't like any of the award shows. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I mean, niggas already run the Grammy shit into the dirt. But something that I disagree with is trying to turn BET into this mega power award show. Some shit on the level of the Grammys.
Why not?
Because it's a naturally exclusive thing.
How?
It's called Black Entertainment TV.
Why can't Black Entertainment TV be mainstream and black?
Because it's geared towards one specific audience. It's naturally exclusive. And for something to reach the level of something like the fucking Grammys, it would have to be more inclusive in what it is.
I disagree.
I think so.
There's a lot of you realize how many we control what is cool, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying that
a lot of black people.
I'm not saying that the BET Awards isn't cool, but what I'm saying is conceptually, I don't think that shit would work. I don't think it's gonna reach that level because it's not meant to appeal to everybody. It's meant to appeal to black people. I'm perfectly fine with that. But if we're talking about treating it like something as big as the Grammys, it's not going to happen. Unless we as people are going to do that, and we haven't.
It should be, but I don't think it will be.
Yeah. So, yeah. Plus, I'm not going to lie. In the past few years, I haven't been fucking with the BET Awards. As hip-hop changes, the BET Awards naturally get worse. Sometimes. It could, get better, but as it goes now, I haven't watched the fucking BET Award and enjoyed it since like 2014.
Yeah.
So, that nigga Chance said, I met Kanye West, I'm never going to fail. Little did he know.
He's rich though.
Yeah, he is rich. He's rich and he seems. Well, I don't know.
I think Chance the Rapper, the personality is gonna be the new,
Yeah, it's gonna sustain him.
It's gonna be the new, front runner for what Chance the Rapper is. Before it was the music. Yeah. Now it's gonna be his person. People love Chance.
I think, and here's the thing about Chance. I still, as much shit as I talk, I believe. Yeah, god damn. As much shit as I talk, I believe he can make a comeback. Just even though the album was terrible, I've seen people do it. So what I'm saying to Chance is just make good music, evolve, but at the same time, don't sound like a parody of yourself, and don't stray too far away from your formula that made you successful. Just make fun music that's not fucking corny. That's literally all you got to do, and you can do it because you did it for 3 projects before you dropped your debut album. So yeah, like if somebody like a motherfucking, well, we already talked about Wale. Wale wasn't able to sustain his audience, or his, honestly, if you ask me, his musical integrity. So that's not a good example. But at the very least, I think now you know who's in your core fan base to an extent. There are people who are unreasonable, and then there are people who are giving you the real shit. So make some shit that not caters to them, but make some shit that's honest, though. Because they're going to fuck with it no matter what, if you ask me. Not some bullshit.
I definitely agree.
Yeah. Who else has been... Oh, yeah, bro. Can we talk about this Meg Thee Stallion shit? I know this shit is old or whatever, but did you listen to anything from her album?
I don't listen to Meg Thee Stallion, period.
Alright, man. So, look. I respect her as an artist. I respect the skill that she brings or whatever.
What?
But what skill? She flows well, unique voice, shit like that. I think that she's...
I'm not impressed, man. I'm not impressed.
Agreed. And what I think is that she took her formula, which was cool at first. I was fucking with it at first. And then she just ran that shit into the dirt. She did it too much. It's not fun to listen to no more.
Well, I think the thing with her style, the females are always gonna love it, so it don't matter what we do necessarily. But.
Agreed, but I also think that due to her audience, and I'm not saying that she should take responsibility for it, but this is just the message that she sends across with her music. It's very unhealthy in my eyes, and that's another reason why I don't like it. Just in my opinion. I think that I've talked to females about it, and the way that they perceive it and what they take from it just is always been negative in my opinion. So
I think like you more so coming from the perspective like why put it out there if people are gonna take it that way.
Yeah.
I'm more so on the side like you control what you believe and you control what what comes into your mind. So Megan Thee Stallion can do what she wants for real.
I think I partially believe that too, but I also think that if you are taking in enough of something, eventually you're going to be subconsciously replicating it. If you hang around a group of people for a certain amount of time, then eventually you are going to be acting similar to them. That's why you got to hang around people who are positive and who are working at their shit versus people who are doing nothing, because you can fall into that same pattern. So that's why it's a very slippery slope with Meg Thee Stallion. Just in another thing, and this is a purely personal thing, Meg Thee Stallion has taken some of my favorite R&B songs and sampled them and made me hate them.
Well, I just want to touch on that. You can't blame Megan Thee Stallion for that. You got to blame the people who digest that information. She's just making music.
Yeah, no, I'm not blaming her for it, but it makes me not like the music. Knowing that if I was to listen to it, I'm gonna take something negative for it. If I were to listen to it on a consistent basis, that's my problem. It just it kills replay value. So but something when she takes these songs and raps on them, it doesn't kill the love of the original song. It just makes me mad that she rapped on the song and it wasn't good. Like, she did Circles by Jasmine Sullivan. I heard it.
I didn't hear that, but I was mad about that.
Yeah, like, I heard it, and I was like, dog, like, no, bro, why? And I think that's a problem. When you hear somebody who's rapping on something, you're like, why did they rap on this? And I know it's all the subjective thing, but I'm stating my reasons for not liking what I've heard. So, yeah.
I totally agree. Like, don't touch stuff that was already fine by itself.
unless you really have the ability to make it sound like your own.
Yeah.
Or at the very least make it sound good. And to me, it didn't
Plus,
sound
you're not nearly as talented as Jasmine Sullivan. Like, come on, bro. Like, he reeking up the joint.
Hey, yo, it smell like beefaroni.
Come on, man. Like, come on.
I don't know.
I wouldn't take what's one of them famous painters, bro?
A Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. I wouldn't take a Van Gogh beautiful painting and take my stick figure drawn self and be like, let me see what's going on with this Van Gogh painting. Like, that's what it just feels like to me. Like, why are you touching that? Circles is amazing.
Plus, and this really doesn't fall on the fault of her, unless if we want to blame it on her style, with her style of rapping. But I don't like the beat itself that much. It's like, I don't like how fast paced it is. Like, if 40 was to do that shit would be crazy. But it's not a 40 beat. It's all fast paced and all. I don't want to hear that shit. Not from a Jasmine Sullivan sample. It's not what I like. Like, and the worst part about it is I feel like she's done other older beats that I really enjoy, and she's actually done them okay. But this one was just terrible to me. And then the one song where she was dissing Tory Lanez, and honestly, by that point, I was already tired. I already didn't give a fuck. So you're making a diss track about something that I'm personally not interested in. I'm not gonna enjoy it, especially because she's not a good enough writer for her bars to be like hit me like like you just said that, like damn, nah, like it's cool, it's mediocre to me.
Right. I definitely agree.
So yeah,
not impressed.
And the difference between a Meg Thee Stallion and a Nicki Minaj, and I don't like Nicki Minaj's music at all, but what I will say is that I respect her ability to reinvent herself and take artistic liberties to further push her career in the critical perception of her music.
Right.
Like,
I don't think that's a good comparison at all.
Yeah, you're right. Honestly, I think Nicki Minaj is better. Keeping it a bug.
Why is that a conversation?
Because I feel like people will overstate how well Megan Thee Stallion flows. I think she flows well, but people make it seem like she's some type of like flow god. She's not.
Niggas are off some type of drugs if you compare Megan Thee Stallion to Nicki Minaj.
If we talking about just straight music quality, I think they are on some type of drugs. And I don't even like Nicki's music, but Pink Friday, if you ask me, is smoking anything Megan has, and it's because it's engaging. It keeps me. I'm at the edge of my seat, even though from an objective standpoint, it's not the best. It takes artistic liberties that make the album entertaining and keeps me engaged. Like, hold up, I'll just name some of my favorite songs from it, just because it's an enjoyable album to me. Once I find it on Apple Music. So like, Roman's Revenge, I'm not going to count that one because she got saved by Eminem. But Did It On Him is cool. Right Through Me is cool. Fly is cool. Save Me. Babe, she has a run of songs on here that's just from song 2 to song 9. It's heat. It's pressure. And Meg Thee Stallion, I couldn't get 2 songs into her album before I got bored and stopped listening to it. And that's a problem. So yeah.
I wouldn't say these people are necessarily talented though.
I'll say Nicki Minaj talented.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna.
Nobody.
Yeah, I think there is a level of talent there, but I think that she is not changing. She's not evolving.
I just think like if I didn't know what some of these people look like, get off
my bad. Fucking ADHD. I fidget. There.
No, get off my shoes, bro.
Nigga, I just pushed them over there. ADHD. I fidget. What were you gonna say?
But I just like to think, if I had no idea what this person looked like, would I still enjoy the music? Answer is no. And it's a no for me, and it's a no for y'all too. Y'all know if Megan Thee Stallion didn't look how she looked, y'all would not enjoy the music. There's a level of, oh man, she's really doing this stuff, that distracts y'all from how not good the music is, man.
Well, okay, but to be fair though, I think that also is the reason why we enjoy somebody like a Chief Keef.
I disagree.
But don't enjoy somebody who's like a 6ix9ine anymore.
I disagree though. 6ix9ine's music at one point was dope.
Nah, it was.
Regardless of what he looked like, bro.
But what I'm saying is, I don't go back and listen to that shit no more. But what he did was he had an image that made a part of you believe. Not. That's the way I feel about it.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. I don't care what 6ix9ine look like. Nah, and I can't even let you get the Chief Keef one off, bro. It's better. It's probably doper, but. Because you notice he looks like a real Chicago savage. But
I'm not saying that shit applies to me because it doesn't. But what I'm saying is that I think image can enhance somebody's music in a way. Or not enhance somebody's music itself, but enhance the way that a person may enjoy that music.
Nah, I don't know one instance where that's true for me.
For you, though.
Yeah, true.
I was about to say, and this is something, I don't know if this is something that you do, but something I always like to do is separate the art from the artist. Yeah. Like, so that's what happens. So, they could be a fuck nigga, but if the music isn't talking about the fuck nigga shit that they doing, then I won't have an issue listening to it. That's it. Yeah. So, for example, 6ix9ine is a fuck nigga, and he was making music about the fuck nigga shit he was doing, and then he was doing more fuck nigga shit, and then the music wasn't good anymore. That's why I don't listen to 6ix9ine anymore. So it's like, whereas somebody like a Vic Mensa, where, now the music's trash, but at one point, even when he was on the BS, he still was driving an album that I really enjoyed. And he wasn't talking about the BS he was on, he was talking about some real positive, realistic stuff. Oh, bro. So, yeah. I don't know. You want to know what does help female artists out, though?
What is that?
Being unique, I feel like when they come in with something that is perceived as new, that can boost them up. Once again, Meg Thee Stallion shit was perceived as new and unique. And that's why she got boosted up so high, so fast. And... I wish I could say that was for everybody, but it's not. Because somebody like a Rico Nasty, if we're just going off that logic alone, Rico Nasty would be right up here with everybody else, but she's not. Yeah. Even though she's still popular, and I think she makes enjoyable music, Rico Nasty's not on the same level as a Meg Thee Stallion at this point. Or a Cardi B. What is the case with Cardi B? This is what I always say. Because I think her music's fucking trash. Keeping it a stack. But I think that she has a personality that people like. And that's why she was able to maintain her success. What do you think about that?
I think her music is good. She's not super talented or nothing, but she makes good music. Like her Invasion of Privacy album, I listened to that front to back. That's a very dope album. She had a song with Kehlani that was a very good song. Like, she's very capable of making good songs. So it's not like she's just trash or anything. It's just the fact that, one, she's able to make a good song. And I think a lot of things, it's something that people are getting confused, is having the ability to make a good song and
being a good rapper.
So yeah, like, of course Cardi B is no. But she's able to make a good song and apparently make a good album.
I can agree with her being able to make I'm not even gonna call the song good, an enjoyable song or a hit song, but just from what I've heard, I never fucked with the music. It never felt like enough to me. I would get bored listening to it. I think Cardi B has a lot going for her. I think her production is pretty good overall. I think her voice is cool. And I think that there are some things that she can talk about. There's some bags that she can get in where I'm like, oh, I forgot. There's one song that's structured like Dreams and Nightmares. I forgot what it was called.
The intro of her album.
Yeah, that shit was hard. But then after that, she lost me.
I don't really care for it like that particular song. But she has dope music, man. It's just not everything that is, top 10 hits are her best songs, in my opinion. You gotta go into her catalog to find really good music. So a lot of people just don't know the different bags you can get in. But you know, her personality and who she is helps.
I think that is what put her over the top.
Because people since the beginning of time when she was on Love and Hip Hop, they wanted to see her win.
I was about to say.
So when she had a song that was even nearly, you know, good, it blows up.
Like I'm not one of those people who sits here and trashes her for using Kodak's flow, because niggas appropriated each other's flows all the time.
To this day I haven't heard. I don't get that reference. I don't get how she used Kodak's flow.
It's pretty similar to what he was doing on No Flocking.
Like what? Like
then young nigga, I got old
okay,
cats.
and then what's the Cardi B?
You don't understand. I got money moves. Did you see me? I don't speak. That means I don't fuck with you. Like they're very, very similar.
Okay.
And, you know, and I never sit here and trash on her for that. Because, once again, my favorite rapper is taking a lot of flows and using them to great effect, if you ask me. That's not a problem. I think my problem is when the music just isn't good to me. And just Cardi B's music never struck an enjoyable chord with me, and it never struck a good chord with me. Like, there are probably only 2 verses of Cardi B's that I like in one song of Cardi B's that I like. So it's just, that's me. Like, I think I can respect and really enjoy objectively bad music. Me and X have talked about this multiple times. I think Playboi Carti is fucking terrible, but his music is enjoyable to me. And it's kind of like, if you do more than him, you can't do that, then it's just not for me, I guess.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah. But hey, I don't know. I listen to music with no words in it nowadays. That's just what I do. Did we talk about this on the last podcast, the music with no words conversation?
No, we did not.
Alright, X. Well, you listen to music with words in it, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Which one do you think is better? Because to me, it's actually a debate, just for what I like.
Well, I think music with words, because I can, you know, connect with it. I think your brain, you personally, like how it makes you feel plays a big part.
Yeah. So
I think I need to hear the words, and I need to hear the rhythm that you're over the track with. I think that helps a lot. I love like, it's just not a debate for me, because good singing beats anything to me, bro.
Gotcha.
Just at a base level of music, period. If you can sing very well, I'd rather listen to that all day than something with no music, with no words.
I got you. I think the reason that I listen to shit with no words, and first and foremost, I don't listen to instrumentals of actual songs. I don't do that. Not often. There are a few songs. But what I do is I listen to things that are composed, orchestrated, things that are put together by, you know, that have a lot of parts, because it feels like, well, it gives me more emotion coming from that than I get from listening to most actual music. Just personally. Not saying it's not actual music. But, like, that's why I listen to shit like electronic. It has a lot of moving parts. It feels like the person creating it is enjoying it as much as I enjoy listening to it. So that type of music it's just been for me, and that's what I've been on for the past few months. So other than that, I've been listening to like Logic, electronic music and Logic, and then whenever X is over here, I'm a nice person and I actually play shit with words in it. So yeah, like there's certain stuff, and you know I listen to a lot of music from like old games I used to play. And it gets me thinking, about personal things, but also gets me thinking about the music itself. Like, did they know that they were creating something this enjoyable? Did they know that somebody was going to sit down and listen to this shit? How was they feeling when they was making the music?
Yeah.
You know, and something I say all the time is music makes me see colors. It creates imagery. And I don't get more imagery in music than when I listen to some shit that sounds like it was just put together by multiple people with multiple ideas just clashing. So yeah, that's me. At this point in time, I'm enjoying music without words a lot more. That's what I find resonating with me. So yeah. Anything else?
Did we ever talk about Jack Harlow's album on the podcast?
No, we didn't.
What was your take on that? Because I've yet to listen to it.
It was cool. It was. What I think is that just first impression, and because I've only listened to it once all the way through. I've listened to songs from it, and I still didn't really feel nothing. I think Jack Harlow was rapping well. I think that he had songs from an objective standpoint were good. I think he expanded his horizons a little bit, but the level of engagement wasn't really there for me. Like the album couldn't keep me. It wasn't like a Swimming by Mac Miller where I was sitting there, eyes glued to the screen.
Yeah.
No, it was kind of like, like I hear this, or he might say something and it catches my eye and I listen for a little bit and then I tune back out.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be good if you ask me, because I think he makes good music. I think he's good at rapping, but at the same time, it's not like it wasn't the most enjoyable experience for me personally.
Yeah.
And it might just be a different frequency. But like my brother loved the album. He thought it was fire. So hey, I'm gonna have to give it another listen.
Yeah. There's some artists, a lot of artists actually, that I don't care to listen to albums from.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like I haven't been shown anything that would make me want to go to album. Like, I'm still not impressed from the music that's blown up by him.
Gotcha.
That's just me personally.
Gotcha.
It's cool, but it sounds like us freestyling, and we just be like,
yeah.
You might want to write that down. Like that's what's popping. Brand New Whip just sounds like a good flow. Like, it's cool, but there's nothing that makes me. What other layer do you have?
Something that made me interested is that he struck me as his style of rap. I like when niggas is like smooth and like riding the beat, and I think that's something that Jack Harlow does very well. Yeah, sure. So that's, and then also my brother listens to Jack Harlow pretty often, so I'd hear that and I'd hear new shit, shit that I haven't heard before, and I'd be like, okay, this is cool. So when this album come out, I listened to it, and it was cool. It wasn't better than Detroit 2, but like the way I felt while listening to it was about the same as I felt while listening to Detroit 2. Yeah. It's just it's for different reasons. Detroit 2, I wasn't feeling the production on it. That's why. Big Sean was rapping his ass off. I didn't like the beats that much. Where this one, I don't know why I wasn't very engaged, I just wasn't. Like, I think he was doing what he was doing well. It's not like the writing... Like, you don't gotta write well for me to enjoy the music.
Yeah. For me, there's nothing that intrigues me about Jack Harlow, period. Not his music, not who he is. Like, there's nothing that makes me want to, search farther who this nigga is or nothing like that. He's just, to me, nigga that had a good flow on a song, catchy hook, blew up. Like, I'm not interested. And he doesn't have no story that's just like, let me go see what he's talking about. Like, not at all. Definitely not.
Solid first album. No, like a 7.5 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It was solid. I think it was a good first impression for somebody who may not have heard his music before. Because once again, he was spitting, he was rapping well. But I'll listen to the second album. It was good enough to where whenever he puts out another project, I will listen to it and see if it can bring some type of engagement that it did not bring before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's up with that. Any other projects? I've honestly taken a step back from music this year. I really haven't listened to what I listened to or the rate I was a lot. And that's honestly because a lot of my people's, like my favorite rappers or artists in general, weren't really dropping music. So, I got an album from Logic. Automatically, that's my favorite of the year. Jordan Lucas's album was good, but it wasn't great. Or it was great, but it wasn't phenomenal. And then Joey Badass dropped like a 3-song EP. It was cool. Now, it was good, but it was only 3 songs. Yeah. So it's really not much to judge. It was just he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then Big Sean dropped Detroit 2, and I think I already said how I felt about that one. It was cool. Mm-hmm. Eminem dropped Music to Be Murdered by Deluxe. I'm not listening to that shit, because I'm done listening to Deluxe albums.
Ooh, Eminem, boo. You suck.
And the first, Music to Be Murdered by, the actual version, I listened to the first 4 songs when it came out, and I was like, oh yeah, this is hard, and I just never listened to anything else from it. That's the way I see it.
Eminem needs to start making music.
I think he should just pop out for features.
I don't even think that.
I think he's good enough to pop out for a feature, but I'm really not looking forward to any new Eminem albums. Like I think he's done enough. I think Eminem after 2014 was like all right, like you can chill.
Eminem, people like Eminem and Lil Wayne, like you know how you get excited or you just like, yo, Jay-Z dropped?
Yeah.
Yo, J. Cole dropped?
It's not like that no more.
Bro, it's just like, Wayne dropped? Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yo, Carter 3 dropped? Yo, Carter 3 dropped? Yeah. Carter 5 dropped? Yeah. It's just like, oh, you dropped a mixtape? Cool. I'll get to it. And especially like that with Eminem. I'm just like, man, Eminem dropped something cool. Good for him.
See, the thing about Lil Wayne, the Carter 5 dropped, and I thought it was a great album, and I want to leave that there. I don't want to listen to any of his other music, because I don't want to risk ruining the perfect book-ending first career that I've made up in my mind. You feel me? Because for a while, from like 2013 all the way until he dropped the Carter 5, Lil Wayne was making music that was trash to me after I'm Not a Human Being too. So what I did is I wiped all that shit out of my mind. I was like, the Carter 5 is a new start. And I really enjoyed the album. And I think Wayne was spitting. And after that, I didn't listen to Funeral. I didn't listen to No Ceilings 3. It's just, nah. No Ceilings 3, I didn't listen to it because I know it wasn't going to be better than No Ceilings 1. Not trying to be a pessimist or negative, but not a lot is touching that. Yeah. So, yeah. And then from, you know, the more enjoyable, like fun, like not rappy rappers. Did Uzi drop Eternal Take in 2020? That was 2020, right? 2020. Yeah, no, I didn't like it. It was fucking ass to me. It was boring. I like Uzi when Uzi's music is fun and it's not sing-songy, but it's like halfway popish. I enjoy that. When Uzi actually raps, you know, people are gonna fuck with it because Uzi is good at rapping. He can put words together well. He can flow well, but it's boring to me. It just that's the way I see it. It's a very rare thing where Uzi just straight up raps, and I'm like, oh yeah, like this is hard.
Music this year has lost its excitement. I'm not excited for no music from artists, really, and that's just completely honest. The Baby drops an album, I'm not excited.
Oh, I haven't been excited for
Uzi
the Baby
drops an album, I'm not really. Well, I was because Eternal. It was
hyped up. I'm about to say.
It's just I'm not excited for music that other people are excited about anymore. Yeah, really. And it takes something that I go into at least knowing. Like I'm going to a Kendrick album knowing no matter like worst case scenario, I'm gonna mess with at least a couple of these joints.
Or at the very least, I'm gonna enjoy that album.
I'm gonna enjoy some of it. Yeah. Like even when he let me down at the time with
To Pimp a Butterfly.
With To Pimp a Butterfly, it's not like it's over. Oh my God. It wasn't like something horrible. It was just like, dang, like he ain't getting it back I wanted him to. And that's the worst case. I just feel like it's not music that's just like. Yeah. It's not promised to be, no matter what happens. Yeah. There's no fallback plan for these bad albums.
Yeah. Or albums that you expected to be better.
Yeah.
Like I expected Detroit too because I always praise I Decided. I think I Decided is a phenomenal album. So I was expecting Detroit too, especially based off the singles that Big Sean had put out before, to be like a 10 out of 10 album, and it was like an 8.5. It just wasn't cool to me. It didn't have that same charm and feel that Big Sean's music had before. So, yeah.
Also, rappers, make some good album covers.
Please.
I think album covers make me want to listen to albums a lot more.
And album covers also can repel. And this is some really petty, like, childish shit. But the reason I didn't listen to Tyler, the Creator's Igor albums because the fucking album cover is terrible.
Well, I'm just not too big of a Tyler, the Creator fan, period. So.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to call myself a fan or a supporter because if an album cover is enough to turn me away, I'm not a fan. But what I will say is I've listened to Wolf and I've listened to Flower Boy, and they're both, well, Flower Boy's, or not Flower Boy, Wolf is good and Flower Boy is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
like, and the reason I brought that up about album covers, like I'll be going to look for an album to listen to day by day, and I'd be like, Detroit too. And I just see Beige. I'd be like, nah. And I just feel like, I just came to that realization, like, this shit is beige. Like, I don't want to listen to no, I just feel that, I feel that energy from that color. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do beige. So I keep on going back to KOD by J. Cole. That album cover is just like, damn,
It's
I gotta
phenomenal.
go right back. I gotta go right back.
Yeah.
Just make some good album covers. Album covers do a lot of the job.
Even when the album covers are good and you've already, or not good, even when you've already listened to the album, scrolling through all your music and seeing it just sometimes, like, I think Kyle put out a good album this year. I'm a Kyle fan. I've been listening to Kyle for years now. And I think he put out a good album. I scroll through and I see this nigga's, like, yearbook picture when he was a senior in high school, and, Kyle's a goof, and he looks like one. So I'm just looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, like, on to the next album. You feel me? That wrench just felt like 3 times. But yeah.
Make some good album covers.
Yeah, please make some good album covers. Who has the best album covers?
I like Nas Illmatic, was one of the dopest album covers I've ever seen.
Well, then if Illmatic is good, which I think Illmatic is a good cover, then It Was Written also counts for me.
Yeah.
But other than that, what is
Jay-Z has some of the best album covers, in my opinion. It's just boss.
I think The Blueprint is fire. I think that's an amazing album cover. I think Jay-Z's album covers, I'm not going to call them bad because they're not, but they're more classic than anything for me.
Wayne's is dope.
I like the Carter album covers. I really don't like anything else. No. Well, I don't like the Carter 5's album cover. It looked like he made that on Microsoft Paint. But Carter's 1 through 4, I think were really good album covers.
And I'm not just saying this because I love the album and he's my favorite. Good Kid, Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly.
If you ask me, that's his best.
Jesus, I love those covers, bro. It's just so raw, bro.
Yeah.
And with Good Kid, Mad City, it's simple, and it's just, I don't know, it just gets the job done for me, bro.
Circles by Mac Miller. It looks like a graphic t-shirt, and it came out this year. That's another. I love Circles by Mac Miller as an album cover and an album. Yeah. All of Logic's album covers is fire to me, especially this last album that just dropped. That's just crazy. As I am by sometimes simple albums work, or simple album covers work. Like, it can just be a picture of you. Like, I don't have no problem with that. Beautiful Loser by Kyle is a fire album cover. That came out a while ago. The Coldest Move, the album cover's hard. Yeah. Maybe because I actually know what's going on in it, but still, like, the album cover's hard.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There's a lot of good album covers out there.
Nothing Was the Same was a dope album cover.
Nothing Was the Same. Drake's album covers is views. I'm not gonna lie, views might be his best.
I don't like that.
I like
when views. I saw him all little on top of the.
I always ignored that. I just like the way.
It just looked cringy. It looked like a meme to me almost.
Well, it did become a meme, so fair enough with that. Let's see what other album covers is.
It was a good album, but had a very bad album cover.
What?
DS2. DS2
album cover. It really wasn't bad to me. It was just kind of there. And like, I'm looking at it right now, and it's just kind of there. Like, it's just cool.
It didn't give me much to promise from the album.
Yeah, it was simple, but I'm not gonna call it bad. It was just, I think a album that was supposed to be better but has phenomenal album cover, ADHD by Jordan Lucas. I love that album cover. It looks really cool, but it's just.
Oh, and of course we left out Kanye's album covers. He has something for this.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to just read them all out, because most of Kanye's album covers is top tier. Except for The Life of Pablo. That was terrible. That was horrible. Yeah. He made that shit on Microsoft Paint. And Jesus is King and Yeezus are kind of in the same boat. Like, they're just there. Ye the picture's nice. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is crazy. Graduation is his best. Late Registration is up there, and so is College Dropout. Like, and 808s is 808s. It's just there. It's not bad, but it's nothing hard. You know what? What are some weird or like goofy album covers that you just don't like?
I don't like.
Yeah.
Goofy album cover.
I got one, bro. Pink Friday by Nicki Minaj. Why are her legs so long in this bitch? Look at this shit.
Yeah.
That shit looks disgusting. It's really creepy. She has no arms. I don't like looking at that.
Yeah.
She's just lucky that it has pink as its color.
Yeah.
Like that. That's literally, it's something that's eye catching.
Yeah. Cringy bad album covers.
Have you ever looked at Lil B, Bass God's album covers?
I have not.
He will have an album cover that's like incredible, phenomenal, and then he'll have 5 album covers that are terrible, that are worse than the No Limit covers and the Cash Money covers.
Let me see. I don't know. I really don't know.
I think they're. I'm gonna just scroll through my thing and look right now.
Besides DS2, I really don't.
Feed the Streets 2 is such a bad album cover to me. It's so fucking stupid looking. Like why? Like just his face on a plate gets me every time I laugh at it. It's ugly to me.
Hold up.
What?
I have one of the worst album covers I just thought of. I seen it on. Album.
Okay, I got another one after you do that one.
It was one of these. Please tell
I'll
me
just
it's
say
like
mine
that.
while you looking for that. Man, Wanna by Gunna. Not only do I think the album is trash, bro, but the album cover is so fucking stupid.
This concept and the album cover is horrible. Mistake.
What?
He's the steak. Hold up. Nah, bro.
Bro.
Wait. You
Whose album is that, bro?
No Cap.
No Cap? Yeah,
Mistake.
No.
That is the worst album cover of all time.
Terrible. It's one of the worst album names, too. All because of its meaning.
He's the steak on the plate, if y'all don't know.
Shit is buns.
And the album's called Mistake. Horrible. It's buns.
Oh, you know what album cover I don't like? Bryson Tiller's Anniversary.
Yeah,
It's just,
I don't like that either.
it's like trap soul, but not trap soul. It's like with that album cover, he's reminding everybody, like, yeah, like that was my best work. This is not that. Even though, from what I've heard of it, I ain't listened to all the songs. I listened to like 5 songs. It was good. It just kind of, it's not trap soul. That's literally what it is. Wiz Khalifa, oh no, never mind. That's a single. That doesn't count.
Wiz Khalifa's Kush and Orange Juice album cover was pretty bad too. It was a rendition of David Ruffin's album cover, and he was photoshopped in it, so that was very bad.
Oh yeah, that was probably terrible. That was probably terrible. You ever see like the different images of the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy album cover?
I have not.
That shit is so weird. I'm glad that he blurred out the picture, because that shit is so weird.
See, the album covers that are dope though are the old 70s and 80s album covers.
I think
they're just classic and player to me.
Yeah, they give off the image. They give off a specific. I like album covers that are very artistic. That's why I enjoy Logic album covers or Mac Miller album covers, like, or J. Cole's KOD. Even though J. Cole can really do anything for an album cover and just make that shit look cool.
Yeah,
I feel like that's one person who's been able to do it. I don't know how. Well, Born Sinner, at least the deluxe version of Born Sinner, had a pretty good cover to me. But like, For Your Eyes Only, that shit has no right to be as hard as it is. It just is.
I definitely agree.
So, yeah. Anything else, bro? Hell no. You do not have nothing else, bro. So, basically, though, album covers and the presentation of the product is very important.
Yes,
That's what this whole conversation is trying to get across.
Yeah.
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill has a phenomenal album cover. It's simple, but it's effective. And guess what? The album just also happened to be really good.
Yeah.
So it's remembered. And there are certain album covers that can be bad, but are synonymous with a certain form of music. But that doesn't happen a lot of the times. Like the No Limit and the Cash Money album covers, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different than what's going on right now with bad album covers.
Yeah.
Where these people are actually trying to make something that is artistic or something that is supposed to be deep instead of something that's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not good.
Right.
It's bottom line. Like,
Totally agree there. Well, I think we'll cap off the podcast right there. This has been the IDA podcast. Please share this and tune in for next week, and that'll be episode 4. I am X, and this is
Alonzo, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel if
Please.
you see this, please. That would be appreciated.
So stay indifferent.
Stay indifferent.